everybody, and welcome back to my channel. If you're new, then hi, my name is Caitlin, and I'm pretty ill right now, so hopefully you can't hear it too much in my voice. I can't hear it myself, but I just know I'm gonna listen back to this video and be like, oh my god, I sound like a man. But hopefully it's not too bad. Today I'm going to be doing an overhead video just because, you know what, my face looks rough today. So I thought I'll save you that sight and I will do an overhead video. So this video was actually inspired by Bad to the Brow. She is incredible. She has the most insane duochrome indie collection and she duped out the Subculture palette but in like a more modern way with a bunch of duochromes, a bunch of indie mattes, a beautiful, it was such an amazing video. I will link it in the cards. Please go and show her some love because she is insane. But I thought I could do a similar thing with my Pan That palette, which is of course my Modern Renaissance palette. She is looking pretty bad, not gonna lie. She's looking awful. She looks like she's been through a war. She looks like she's clinging on to dear life. And to be honest, her insides are not too much better. Look at this. I have used up so much of this palette this year. I did do my Pan That palette update last week, so if you did miss that, again, I'll link it in the cards above. But I do update this project at the start of the month, every single month, and as you can see, we've had really good progress. So I have over 160 single eyeshadows in my collection, and obviously this is on its last legs, so I thought maybe I could do something similar and try and dupe this palette out. I think I've got a good understanding of it throughout the year, and who knows, maybe we can make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more like duochrome-y, a little bit more, you know the drill. But just before we do jump into the video, if you have not already, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I do so many project pans, shop my stashes, and get ready with me's here on this channel. So definitely stick around to see all of that fun stuff. And yeah, let's do this. So I thought I'd keep on theme and use an ABH single palette. As you can see, I have just wiped it down, so it's a little bit wet right now. If it could focus, that'd be absolutely amazing, babe. I do have a little bit of a gripe with the Modern Renaissance, and that is that, sorry, I have a hot water bowl because it's very, very cold right now. But that's the fact that Raw Sienna and Burnt Orange are very, very similar shades. And also Venetian Red and Love Letter are very, very similar shades. So maybe I'll cut this palette down by 2. Who knows, but I'm just going to jump into it, really. So I think what Bad to the Brow did is went through her whole singles collection, which I've got a few. I've got a few little palettes. Here we go, all of these. And she just basically grabbed shades that reminded her of the subculture. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to get a little bit of a collection going, and then I'm going to kind of reduce it from that, if that makes any sense. So let's go. So this is the first palette. This is my Depotted Soph X Revolution palette, the original palette. I'm going to take a few from this, I think. I think the mattes in here are quite similar. So I'm going to take this one. This is Danger. I'm going to take this orange, which is Pumpkin. I'm going to take this Cup of Tea as well. I think that's all I'm going to take for now, but I feel like these are very Modern Renaissance-y kind of shades. So I'll definitely take those. Next is my super bright neon yellow palette. I do want to make it a little bit more fun, a little bit more extra, you know. I don't want to just dupe the Modern Renaissance completely. So I think I'm going to take this shade, which is one of my favorite shades. I've just done my nails, so I'm trying not to like ruin them. This is Little Star from the Pastel Roses, and I'll give you a bit of a swatch. That is like the lightest swatch in the world, but it is the most high shine, almost glittery, but not glittery shimmer in the world. I absolutely love it. So I'm going to take that. Okay, now we've got my massive 3-layer palette. So this is the first layer. I do want like a cool toned matte. I think this might be a bit dark though. I'm not too sure. I think I might want this. This is double scoop from J-Star, and as you can see here, it is slightly lighter. Let's see if I can just put them there. It is slightly lighter and slightly more vibrant, so that can be put to the side. Maybe I could pull like a very, very vibrant red. I probably won't use all of these shades in my final Modern Renaissance, but I'm just picking and choosing, like grabbing a few things that match the general vibe. I do want a very light, almost setting shade. This is Peaches and Cream from the Too Faced Sweet Peach palette. Maybe this. You guys know I love this one as well. It is quite green though. That is Sunlight from the Pastel Roses, but I'm not sure if you're going to be able to see. It's got this greeny shift, which I don't think will go. So I'm going to leave that one there. Okay, next layer. I think I want to replace Antique Bronze, which is the like super deep shimmer matte, with like maybe something like this. It's not quite as dark and it's definitely more shimmery, as you can see. I'm really not a fan of satin shades. That is Golden Copper from ABH, or maybe I could do this. This is such an amazing shade, and it is a duochrome, so maybe I won't take that one. Yeah, I'm gonna take that. That's Teddy Bear from the Pastel Roses, and it has like a brown to yellow shift, so yeah, I'm definitely gonna take that. I of course want a super dark brown shade, so I'll just take this. This is Revolution Maxi Reloaded 22. I feel like we're getting a kind of Modern Renaissance-y feel, but I do feel like we're missing some pinks. I think pink is the next layer, so we'll be okay. I do want a super bright inner corner shade, so maybe something like this. This is Barry M Feline from the Tiger palette. I'll swatch that up here. That's very, very similar to Vermeer, so I think I'll take that. Okay, so this is the pinky section. I think this is where it's really gonna pull the Modern Renaissance feel. Okay, so what kind of shades are we gonna go for? I feel like one of these will be really nice. One of the like red to pink duochromes. I feel like that would go in really, really well, especially if we're like cutting a few shades as well. So I'll pop that maybe there. I of course want some matte pinks as well. I think this one could have a place. This is Not a Fact from J-Star. And then maybe like something like this or this. This is the shade Revolution Maxi Reloaded 24. So I'll pop that there. This is very, very similar to Bon Fresco as well. It's like that cool toned, kind of purpley mauvey shade. So we'll pop that there. I don't know how big this palette's going to be, by the way. So I was originally going to do just the 14 shades that are in the Modern Renaissance, but I actually kind of like how this bigger palette is going. So yeah, maybe I'll throw in some more. Maybe I'll do like a 16 or a 20 pan. This is the shade Marshmallow for the Pastel Roses, and it's one of my favorites. It's like a very, very light pink to yellow, so that'll fit in beautifully. I don't think I want anything from this section, so I'm going to move on. Okay, this is just a few kind of random shades that have been left over. I think this maybe might work quite well. This is the shade Nectarine. It's a newer shade from the Pastel Roses, newer to me anyway. It's very, very orange, so maybe that could fit the vibe. I think that's all I want from this. And I don't know if anything from this palette is going to be used because, as you can see, it's a very blue-green kind of vibe. Yeah, I don't think any of this fits Modern Renaissance. Even though I absolutely love this palette, I'm not going to use anything from that. Okay, so we have these. Let's count them up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. We can make a 16 pan palette with this. I think this is quite a cool Modern Renaissance vibe, but make it, you know, a bit more modern. A super Modern Renaissance, if you will. Okay, so I have my palette here. And yeah, I think I'm just going to go for it, really. I'll probably speed this bit up because it's going to be a lot of like mismatch kind of stuff. So I hope you enjoy. Okay, so this is what we've come up with. I have actually cut 2 shades just because they didn't really fit. But I wanted to do a super warm tone row and then a more like pinky row. Obviously, the original Modern Renaissance is kind of scattered, but I think this makes a lot more sense. I don't know. In my brain, anyway, it does make quite a lot of sense. I did also forget how sticky and magnetic these ABH singles palettes are. It's kind of ridiculous. But yeah, I'm really proud of this. I think this is such a cool little palette. It's definitely brought the Modern Renaissance into 2023, I feel. I don't know. Let me know what you think. So I'm going to swatch this palette out for you guys now, and we'll see how similar it really is. So first we have Peaches and Cream from the Sweet Peach palette. This is just a very, very easy lid setting shade. I personally really do like setting my lid, so I chose to keep a shade like this in here. I know a lot of people don't necessarily like setting their lid. They see it as a bit of a redundant shade. I get that, but I like them. Next is Little Star, which is obviously nothing like anything in the Modern Renaissance palette, in the original anyway. But I thought this could be a really, really nice topper shade or an inner corner shade. A little bit of glitz, a little bit of glam. Next we have Double Scoop, which is a very vibrant orange. I don't think there's anything quite as vibrant in the original Modern Renaissance. The oranges do seem like a little bit muted compared to nowadays standards anyway, but I did want something a little bit more intense. Next is Nectarine from the Pastel Roses. This brings that kind of darker sparkle in, but it definitely has a light reflect, which is perfect for what I wanted. Next is Teddy Bear, again a darker shimmer. This doesn't have as much of a light reflect, but it definitely does have a reflect and it definitely serves that darker shimmer purpose. Next is the shade Pumpkin from the Soph X Revolution palette. This adds that little bit of readiness, definitely. This is what the Modern Renaissance was kind of famous for, the kind of red and vibrant warm tones. So of course I had to keep that in here. Next I have Danger, also from the Soph X Revolution palette. A little bit of a darker red shade just for blending. You guys know I love my super dark mattes. There isn't like super dark mattes in here, but I decided that this is dark enough. Okay, moving on to the next row, I have the shade Feline from Barry M. This is like a Vermeer replacement. It's just a shimmery inner corner shade. I think it works very, very well. It is very, very similar to Vermeer as well, so I cannot complain at all with that. Next is the 38th shade from the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette. And this is a very similar shade to Bon Fresco, I think. It's that purple, dusty, cool-toned mauvey shade. And it is a really nice contrast in this palette just because everything else is so warm-toned. Next we have Marshmallow from the Pastel Roses. This is a super light pink to yellow duochrome. Obviously ties in both of the colour stories really, really beautifully. Next is the 24th shade from the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette. Vibrant pink shade, obviously. We had to throw this in, something similar at least, just to bring that pinkiness to this palette. I think it is the perfect choice. Then we have Venus from the Pastel Roses, one of those pink to orange duochromes. And this is obviously a new shade that I threw in here, but again, it's very similar to Marshmallow in the fact that it does pull both colour stories together, and I really, really love that. Next, we have Not a Fact from J Star. Again, there is nothing quite like this in the original Modern Renaissance, but I think it definitely deserves to be here. It gives that super grungy, pinky kind of look. And for my personal taste and for the grand year of 2023, I think that it fits beautifully. It does go with these other pinky shades as well. And finally, we have the shade 22 from the Revolution Maxi Reloaded palette. And this is kind of like Cypress Umber's replacement. A classic shade. It has to be here. You know it has to be here. So yeah, this is my little modern renaissance. My modern renaissance, if you will. I think it looks really, really cool. I think it is the perfect modern version of my very disgusting beaten up palette. I'm really happy I've done something like this. I'm definitely happier finishing off this beautiful palette now that I know that I have some stunning shades to replace them. I'm very happy with my beautiful swatches. Very happy, gal. Very happy. Let me know if you want to see like a comparison maybe. I don't know, I can't really do much because I've finished so many shades in the Modern Renaissance, but I can definitely try. This is where I'm going to love you and leave you guys. If you did enjoy this video, definitely like and subscribe because it would mean the world to me. I do a lot of BYOP content. If you want to see more, definitely let me know because I really love doing them, especially when I'm sick because you don't have to see my face. I hope you have an incredible day and I will see you very, very soon for a brand new video. Bye bye!